Hey gang, welcome back. It's Tommy. Hey, we got the old Lincoln in the background, and last you saw we were working through some systems. You've seen us kind of repair some wiring on it. Last week we replaced starter solenoid, and we actually got the thing to run. Although we had to add fuel to make it happen. So my goal for today is I'd like to hear this car run under its own power. I want to see if the fuel delivery system works. I would like to actually be able to move that car, and today might be the day. So today is the first of the hottest day of the summer so far. There's warnings on the TV about if you're getting older or overweight, stay indoors in front of the air conditioner and eat ice cream and all that good stuff. But since we don't check any of those boxes, we're going to work on the Lincoln out in the heat today. Alright, now if you guys recall from the last video, we had to pull all the belts off to get the fan back on. So before we get this thing running, I'm going to go ahead and put those back on. These belts are all junk. So let me go ahead and get these on, and then we'll come back to it. Alright, so we got all the belts back on. As you can see, everything went according to plan except for one accidental catastrophe. Uh-oh. I just barely leaned on this coolant hose and it snapped right off the radiator. That's probably repairable, but we might just put a radiator in it anyways. I was debating on whether I was going to do that because it was already empty, and you can look down inside of it and see that it's really rusty and corroded, so it may have needed it anyway, but I screwed up. I made a mistake. It happens. So what I wanted to show you, if you can see it, the bottom of this radiator is filled with rust, and I was already debating how I was going to get that out of there. Alright, what I wanted to show you guys real quick is my cheap method of siphoning fuel out of a gas tank. This is just a, I don't know, 7-foot section of rubber hose. This happens to be 1/2 inch, but it doesn't have to be. This just flows quickly. And at one end, I put a little slice at an angle. All you have to do is shove this end into whatever fluid you're trying to siphon. And on this end, I'm going to take a blowgun and insert it in the slice and blow out that end. It's going to create a vacuum or a pull on this hose. And as long as you have this end down lower than the container that you're trying to siphon out of, it'll suck it completely dry. We need to clean up a little bit back here. I have not weed whacked yet this year because I've had junk cars and bike projects, and I've got cool plans for this thing. We just haven't got to them yet. I need to get a little room to work back here. Hey, one more thing. If you're not on the electric weed whacker phase yet, you need to get yourself an electric weed whacker. When they first came out, I thought, no way. I'm a gas-powered guy. I'm not buying anything electric. I'm an electric weed whacker guy now. Always check in here for bees before you reach your hand in. Been stung a couple times reaching in on a car that's been sitting for a while. So a lot of the newer cars you can't do this on because they have an anti-siphon safety feature. These old ones, you just shove her down in there and it should go all the way into the bottom of the tank. I think I just hit it. I can feel it stop. So what we're gonna do is now pull it out and see if it's wet. Not much. Just a little bit. I don't think there's anything in this tank, which is good. So in that case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll the dice. If there's very little fuel in there, is put a good 5 gallons of fresh gas in it and let it mix with whatever little bit of nasty stuff's left in the tank, and we'll see what it does. So first, we got to go to the gas station, and boy is it getting hot out here. Now, as you probably recall from last week's video, I didn't have to go far to get my starter solenoid. I'm also in luck when it comes to fuel, so we're gonna go right over there. We might wait till the cops leave. I'm like the only 41, almost 42-year-old man left in existence that still gets nervous when he sees a state cop. What are you doing over there? Aren't you supposed to be on the highway? It's getting cheaper. Okay, yes, I drove across the street. Usually I walk, but the traffic here is usually a little bit on the busy side, and running across 4 lanes of traffic with a gas can, not that much fun. So we got way too many cars in our driveway right now. I got a couple over there in the yard, a couple in the backyard, and a little foreshadowing to one of our upcoming videos. Tonight, I'm going to look at a classic that I think we're going to drag home. We'll see. I'll give you a little hint of what we're going to look at. It's more of an acquired taste. Can't get the can in next to the fence. I can't get the funnel to work because it's at the wrong angle. Alright, here's my plan. I have like 3 of the same funnels, these old transmission funnels. I'm gonna heat this one up and put a little curve in it. It didn't exactly do what I thought it would, but let's try it. Well, that was quite the endeavor. The most difficult thing we'll do on the car all day is put gas in it. The good news is I spilled so much gas back here that we won't have to weed whip back here for the rest of the summer. Okay, before we even attempt to start it, let's just make sure nothing's dumping out of the tank. Looks good. If you go right down the vents here, you can actually put fuel in the bowls of the carburetor, and it'll keep it running for a short period of time until the bowls run empty. We got a problem already. I actually didn't think there was any power steering fluid left in this car, and I knew this hose was bad. But we're gonna have to replace it because it's puking power steering fluid everywhere. All right, I got a little quick tip for you. If you're replacing a hose and the ends are stuck and they don't want to come off, and you don't care about the hose because you're just replacing it, I'll show you a trick. Cut the ends. Careful not to cut anything else. And then it'll come right off. That in there. That in down there. Give her a little more here. I believe we've pulled fuel. It should be out of what I put in the bowl by now. It's got a little misfire. You can see a little shake to it. That could go away after running. It could have carboned up valves, could be fouled plug. It might go away after it runs, but we got something else we got to tend to. We don't have any cooling system right now. It's okay, I got an idea. We're gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone on the old cooling system, and then we're gonna let it run for a little bit. Bear with me.